let's get back to the fun part with Mr. Steve Labranche. So, Mr. Labranche, thank you for coming by.
Thanks for having me, Christian.
Excellent. So, first of all, let's talk about your business model. How does it consist of?
Globex mining it's called a project generator. They call it prospect project generator. In the industry, there's a couple of them right now. There's maybe less than 10 good ones on the planet. And what it does, it explores, but it explores with partners. It does some work on some ground by itself. It keeps like the best ground or the more prospective one for us. And the other project we have, we try to get some partners with us to explore. So they put some money on the terrain, and then eventually, if we get to a resource, they can put it in production, and we get a royalty from it. So we get some. Usually, how it goes, they have to put some money for exploration, and they give us some money, some payment while they acquiring the property. So it gives us, like I said, a royalty option, a stock from this company, and at the end, if there's a mine, well, that's where we monetize this asset. There's, like I said, there's a couple of them worldwide. I keep track of them. The one who had success, like Virginia Gold, is one. There's Eurasian is one. Altius, that I really like, is one. Those guys were able to monetize some of their assets, who put the real value on it. So now they have a market cap of $100-200 million. And that's what we are aiming for the future. We're far from there, you'd say, but we have, I think, the asset to do it. So, like, it's a diversified system. We share the risk, so it's less risky for an investor. It's a long-term bet, and we've been around for more than 25 years. So, and we only have 28 million shares. So it's still a really tight share structure. Never had any split of the stock. So I think we acquired some good assets in the past, or we're aiming to monetize those in the future.
So if I understand right, in terms of the exploration costs, you're sharing with your partner.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that it?
Yeah, what we do is to attract those people, a big, a major, or a smaller, junior. We put some work on the property to make it attractive for them. There's all the property we have, they're considered advanced because they have something on it. It's not moose pasture, they call it. It's not there. We don't have much grassroots. There's always something on it. Geophysical anomalies, some drilling, some historical resource. So that's how we attract those people, and we keep ourselves. We work around 7-8 projects, and we have 116 total. We have about 10 partners now. Usually it's 20-30. Now it's a bit harder. So we're it's a bit harder, but we've never been that busy right now. We work. We put some money on our prospect. So when the industry come back, we will those prospects will have advance in this low cycle. So we're ahead. We're trying to be ahead of the herd a bit.
And you're talking. What I'm hearing right now is that you have a big portfolio of a lot of properties. What I was looking at your website, you had properties where you had royalties, properties where you had a joint venture with a couple of partners. In terms of the risk associated with each of them, who is less risky, royalties or joint venture? And like, how do you guys actually feel comfortable with having more of one kind instead of the other?
Yeah, we have some. You're right. Some joint venture and some are a royalty deal. It depends. Like what we're looking for is that the project get advanced. If we like the partner, we can go with a joint venture. Like one of our best joint venture was with Queenston Mining. It's been bought by a Cisco. Now it's a Cisco our partner. So we'll see how it goes in the future. If we're 50-50 on a really nice asset, the Wood Pandora properties between the mine, the Goldex mine and the Labranche mine. It's 5 kilometers in the Cadillac Fault, so it's really nice prospect. So we'll see how it goes with a Cisco. I think what we prefer is to have option to other company. Like I say, we'll do joint venture if we like the partners.
In terms of the Timmins Lake project, which is one of your core projects, I was looking at your fact sheet and you say it's close to a spin-off. How is the process going right now on this project?
The TTM, we call it, the Timmins Talk project. It's being advanced right now to pre-feasibility. It will be our next spin-off. We had one last year. This one will be our next one. it's not ready yet to go and spin out. We don't know yet. It will depend on the market.
Okay.
But right now we advance it enough to make it attractive for the market. That's the goal we're doing. So there's a huge resource there. It's the different of this project. Why we like it. There's no production of this high bright talc in North America. It's all imported from China, and we have already clients really interested in the material.
Okay.
So that's a nice asset which will be monetized in the future. Hopefully next year we'll see, depending on the market. Like the spin-off we just did before Christmas, Chibougamau Independent Mines. This was 11 former mines, old mines from the 60, 50, and an old mining camp. It was not as successful as we would have hoped. We raised $3 million, but the market was not that great. The asset is still really nice. It's undervalued, of course, like a lot of things right now in the mining industry. But probably for the next one, we'll try to time the market a bit more. We promised the other one to our investor, so we did it. But the timing was not the best, that's for sure.
And because I don't understand why a company like you has good assets is looking to spin off those assets. What is the added value behind
in the past,
transactions?
It's not easy to see the value in Globex or any project generator. There's so much stuff. In the past, they've been accumulating some prospect or project in the last 25 years or 24. Now they want to extract the value, to monetize it, to make it visible. So, and Globex wants to remain an explorer. So whatever is going to go in production is removed from the core of Globex. So it's a separate management. It's a separate entities. It's not in Globex anymore. So that's what's happening with Chibougamau Independent Mines. It's being managed a bit right now by Globex, but we're in transition. Okay. And it's all owned by the Globex shareholder. It was 1-to-1 for the share. The next one will probably be done in the same way. So we're like I said, we're trying to put that value onto a different vehicle to make sure it's being seen.
Okay. Talking about, because you already did one spin-off for Chibougamau, wasn't as successful as you guys have thought because you didn't time the market right. So are you going to launch another charm offensive next year to actually seduce investors to tell you guys, look, what we got in Chibougamau is actually great? Is it part of your plan? Yeah,
it will be part of the plan. Right now it's being drilled and it's being worked. There's really nice anomaly. The drilling was nice. It was released a couple of weeks ago, so I think the value will keep increasing. We won't see it probably in the share right away, or as soon as the market will turn, we'll probably see something pick up there. But yeah, we'll need some more money eventually in the future. Hopefully this stuff's going to go in production, so we'll see all the steps going forward. But now we have money for Chibougamau and Globex for the year. We have a pretty aggressive exploration campaign right now. We're more than $4 million to invest on our project just in Globex.
And where should we expect to get some results from this exploration program that started on the Chibougamau project?
It was released a couple of weeks ago on Chibougamau mine site. All the results are there. It was to confirm what was happening there, and it's really interesting because there's lots of gold in the system. It's a polymetallic. There's zinc, gold, and silver, and it's not common like for a deposit, and it's getting wider at depth, close to 50 meters. So now they're looking at an open pit more than there was thought before. So the value is there. We'll need more drilling, but the intersection are nice, like 6, 7, 8 gram of gold, 5 to 10% zinc, and some silver as well in that system. So it's a nice one for the future. And the geologists say that's the best place to find a mine. It's beside an old one. So we'll see if it's true. There's 11 former mine in that company. So.
You know, one thing that caught me, like when I was looking at your company, Globex Mining, you're a project generator. Usually, your team is mostly composed of geologists, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes investors are like, oh, you know, when it's being managed by geologists, they tend to drill, baby drill, but they do not take into account their financing costs, etc., etc. They just want to drill everywhere just to actually have the thrill to find a discovery. How do you reassure investors, like, if you're trying to buy a geologist, you know, I'm not sure that they're going to manage the money right. How do you make sure that you guys are doing what's right and you're disciplined in how you spend your money?
Yeah, it's a good question. Yeah, it's mostly there's about 8 geologists in the structure.
Okay.
Mr. Jack Stock is the president. He's a geologist as well, and but he's more a geologist of market geologist.
Okay.
He's not going on the ground and break rocks anymore. He probably went in the past. And we're about 2-3 doing IR in Globex to make sure it's well promoted. We do a lot of show worldwide. You know, like you said, you can have the best asset in the world, but if the people don't know, they won't realize it. So we're trying to put some money in there. Like I said, we go to shows and we come here. I think it's a good time right now because the stock is cheap. It's like buying a house. You buy it when it's cheap. That's where you make the money. It's at the buying. It's the same with the stock. And I think right now, Globex or other assets in the mining industry, the good one, are selling really cheap right now. So it's a good time to do some promotion if you think you have some good assets. But like I say, the money right now is spent on exploration a lot.
Okay.
And we've never been that busy right now. And we'll see what it does in the future.
Excellent.
We'll let the result talk.
All right, excellent. That's what we like. One thing, because you guys have royalties, you guys have joint venture, but there's this new mining law that just came, and I was looking at one of your old unaudited financial results that you had some decrease in revenues coming from royalties. I know the new mining law has some taxes on the royalties. How do you interpret that new mining law? Do you think it's going to impact a company like yours? What's your take on this?
I think it might impact. It's hard to say. First, it's hard to say if it's going to stay there like it is. Yeah. It might impact in the future, but for now, there's no impact. We're making money right now from a royalty, a zinc royalty in the United States, zinc mine in Tennessee, and we have 25 more royalty potential who are in the pipeline right now. So some of them are in Quebec, some are in Ontario, some are in New Brunswick, Nova Scotia. So yeah, we have an exposure to Quebec, but it's hard to say. It might affect our partners. It's hard to say the right effect, but for sure for the industry, it brings some insights. It's not logical this law either. If you look at it, you cannot give money if you don't make money. You know, it's like when we pay our taxes. I'm glad to pay taxes, but if I make money first, I won't give you taxes if I don't make money. So that's why it's kind of. We'll see if it does stay like it is this law.
Okay.
Looking forward.
Excellent. So you mostly have projects in stable countries, United States and Canada. You don't expect to go to other countries in the emerging market like Colombia or?
No, not right now. We'll see if there's some interesting stuff to look at. But right now we're concentrating on mostly in North America.
Okay.
We have lots of projects just in Quebec. Right now we'll see probably some fire sale of nice assets right now. So we might try to grab some of them because we have money right now. And those assets, we have over $4 or $5 million.
Okay.
So a lot of it will be spent in exploration, like I say, because we think the market will eventually come back, like every time, and we'll be ready with our assets. Will have been advanced during that low cycle. Okay. So we'll see in the future.
I'm looking at this company right now. Technically speaking, if we take a look at this, it's actually at a low. So according to you, it's a bargain. But for investors looking at this interview right now, Mr. Labranche is like, I'm not really convinced. Can you convince me more? Give me 2 reasons why you should definitely consider Globex Mining as a buy. 2 reasons.
Well, first of all, you have to do your homework. So it's hard to see how much an asset, a mining asset, exploration asset, it's worth. So usually you go with comparison. So you say, oh yeah, it has some resource. So you'll see that there's lots of interesting assets who have the potential to be monetized one day in Globex. So that's a fact. You'll see it exactly when you do your homework on that. When it will be monetized, it's hard to know. Like the spin out in December it's like a way to monetize something. It's not been that successful, like I say, but eventually we'll have some more. Monetize might be a discovery, might be a mine starting, might be buying a royalty. We saw Eurasian did that 2 years ago. So we have the capacity to do that. And if you look at the price, they don't come on sales really often, like the mining assets. Like once in a while at that low, like Rick Roll was saying, it's the last time we saw that I think was in 90. So they don't come really often that cheap.
Okay.
If you think it's gonna go through this storm, like having Globex at 40 cents, the market cap around $10 million, that's nothing, because when those project generator they monetize something, like if you look at Altius, like I say, or Eurasian, they're all $100 to $200 million market cap, and that's where you want to get in before you get there. So the timing, I think, it might be good now, or I don't know. I don't forecast the future. It might go even lower. Who knows? But for sure, it's cheap right now. So I think it has the capacity. It has those assets. They're there. We'll see if we can monetize it. That's our work.
Excellent, excellent. So we hope to see you in a couple of months to just make a follow-up with us,
yes.
to know what's going on with the Chibougamau project and also the other projects that you're actually looking for potential spin-off.
Hopefully I'll have some good news with all the work we're doing right now.
Excellent. We look forward to it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Labranche.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.